Principle 3 for improving your deadlift is to alternate the deadlift with your weakest compound movement plus include within that session one back extension isometric. So as we know, we're only going to be training the deadlift heavy or neurally every other week. Well, that leaves you space to figure out what your weaknesses are and really attack them on the other weeks. My recommendation is to use the structural balance indicators to help you find your weaknesses. If you look at the structural balance indicators, you'll see that you've either got two options to go with. You're either going to be quad dominant, which means hamstrings are weak, or you're going to be hamstring dominant, which means quads are weak. You'll notice this from the squat numbers or the hip extension numbers, namely the standing good morning and the RDL. So if you've got weak quads, you'll probably notice that your back squat is not 85% of your deadlift and your front squat's not 72.5% of your deadlift. Figure out those ratios and figure out which one is the weakest one. If your quads are strong but your hamstrings are weak, what I would do is I would check the standing good morning and Romanian deadlift ratios. These are both for 6 reps and are at 80 and 66% respectively. So once you've done those calculations, what I would do is I would recommend that lift gets inserted into the program. So let's say you've done all 4 indicators and the front squat is the one that's furthest away from the lot. The front squat will be your ever present and you will alternate that with the deadlift. So week 1 would be front squat, week 2 would be your heavy or neural deadlift, and you would flip flop all the way through the program. The back extension wants to be an end range isometric. If you want to get better at the deadlift, you need to get strong through the full force curve. Now to do that, end range isometrics are simply the best thing. If you don't have one, you have to get a little bit creative with what you've got in your gym. But the things I'm talking about are flat back extensions, incline back extensions, reverse hypers, and movements like that.